conversation, talking about Huawei. Our way.
June 9th, 2015. A date that will live in infamy. Huawei was suddenly and deliberately attacked by a reporter from the Financial Review. I'm going to read an article that was published just yesterday about Huawei's treatment of the reporters, the press. They were taking a tour of one of Huawei's research and development facilities in Shanghai when suddenly they were asked to leave. As Angus Grigg would put it, they were basically thrown out and very rudely. I'm going to read parts of his article. If you want to read the whole thing, please Google it. The title is Huawei's Epic PR Fail. I don't think it was an epic PR fail, but that's the title of the article. I think that that's a very interesting title that grabs the attention. It certainly grabbed my attention. So, here we go. Huawei has spent millions of dollars attempting to polish its public image outside China in recent years. The telecommunications giant has sponsored sporting teams, hired lobbyists, and set up localized research institutes around the world in an attempt to portray itself as open and transparent. In reality, Huawei remains paranoid and secretive. Paranoid and secretive. You know, this is really spicy language for a journal like the Financial Review. So he goes on to say, the Australian Financial Review got a first-hand look at Huawei's paranoia and secretism on Friday as part of a government-organized tour, which should have been an opportunity for Huawei to showcase its technology. Instead, things got a little crazy when the issue of national security was raised. All right, he explains how Huawei has faced this question about national security, about cybersecurity, and so on for years. And he thinks that by now, Huawei should have an answer for this kind of question, but apparently Huawei does not. So they reacted badly, and they threw the reporters out of the building. So he says, as soon as the question was asked, a PR person swooped in and said there will be no comment on this issue. Then the 30 reporters were rounded up and they were told Huawei's name. You cannot say Huawei in your report. You cannot name who was your tour guide. Okay? And specifically, here's a quote. The PR lady said, you should not write anything about Huawei in your reports. And it says, we were ordered in a tone which was reminiscent of the Cultural Revolution. Now, when I read that, I thought, come on, Angus Grigg, the reporter for Financial Review. You have no idea what the tone of the Cultural Revolution was. Even Chinese of your age, whose grandfather was in the Cultural Revolution, even they don't know the tone. I mean, the grandfather knows, but you don't know. Okay? Chinese of your age don't know. And, that's like talking about Nazism or something. It's so long ago and it's so severe and so spicy. There's no room for it here. It's a little overboard. The article goes on. Someone pointed out Huawei had actually invited the media to the campus. And in response, the PR person said, we didn't invite you. it was the government that invited you, and now you should leave. So Angus, in his article, goes on to explain that Huawei's public relations campaign has spent millions and millions of dollars with consultants and lobbying and so on to try to prove that Huawei is open and transparent and conducts honest business and so on. And yet, look what happens when potential customers just raise a question about cybersecurity. They are rudely thrown out of the building. He calls it, epic PR fail and so on. And I just think that it's not really as bad as all that. You can portray this incident as an epic PR fail, and that is a very catchy title. But you can also say, the public relations people were having a bad day, reacted poorly, maybe some poor judgment, and so on. That lady, she's not going to get fired or anything. We might send her to Tuvalu or Nauru or something far away. But it's just a case of a bad day, and really not a big issue. Not an epic PR fail. Anyway, thank you. Angus, I have nothing but respect for you. But I just wanted to give my take on this article because I think that we can look at every kind of situation like this in two ways. Thank you for watching.